heck of a football game. Very proud of our kicker, first of all, for making that kick. You know, the psyche you have as a kicker when you have one blocked, even though it was a penalty, to be able to step back in there and knock that through for him in the rain. I thought that was a great moment for Braden. Proud of him. You know, really good kick return there to set that up. And ACC wins are hard to come by. You know, winning on the road is not easy. You got to give Virginia credit. I thought they played a heck of a game. Their quarterback's going to be a very good football player in this league. Exciting guy for them. And their two receivers are Malik Washington and Malachi Fields are very good players. We got to play better, obviously, in certain areas. But, you know, as a football team, we found a way to win on the road. And I'm proud of our guys for that. Looking forward to getting on the plane and going home. Questions?
Are you concerned about the offensive line?
In what way?
And the contact that it's allowing opposing teams can getting on Brennan?
I mean, I'm concerned about everything all the time. Like, you know, I don't think there's a problem in pass protection if that's what you're asking. I think there's some times where we got beat. But overall, no, I think we're doing okay. Can we do better? Yeah. There wasn't an issue all night. I didn't feel like he was being rushed a ton. I'm more concerned with other things, to be honest with you, than that.
Dave, on your last drive, just the ball in his hands.
On the field goal drive?
Yeah.
Well, we felt like with our kicker, we needed to get the ball to the 35-yard line, and because of the penalty and the return, we only needed 15 yards to do that. And the first play got us in the field goal range. So after that, we were going to be pretty smart with the ball and not risk turning it over. Braden made a 60-yarder in pregame going that direction. So we felt like we were in a pretty good spot right there. And, you know, if you looked at what they were doing defensively, we thought we'd get a few more yards up the middle there on that last play.
Obviously, things got pretty crazy towards the end, but it felt like, especially in the second half, the defense did a good job of keeping the field goals instead of touchdowns. What do you say about their effort today?
Yeah, they did. They found a way to get off the field, and third down defense for both teams was solid. I mean, they were only 5 of 14 on third down. We were only 6 of 14. Our short yardage defense, I thought, was exceptional tonight. It was really good there. And really where we struggled was on third and long in the red zone, which is kind of weird, you know, and that's the area you expect to be really good on defense for us. And that was where they got their points.
You mentioned there were some concerns you have. You don't mind, so what are some other concerns?
You know, I just think having a consistent run game right now, it's been inconsistent. And we got to narrow some things down. I think, you know, we've tried a lot of things, and I think it's time, you know, as you get into the season, like I told you, Robert's going to start. Here's what we're good at. Here's not. And just being consistent, being efficient with the run game. I think this offense has a lot of parts to it, and there's a lot of new pieces playing in it. And so just being more efficient throughout the game, you know, doing some things that based off of what we're doing and being able to adjust and do some things off of the things we're doing better.
And I'm sorry, sir, you said narrow things down. You mean in terms of personnel or play calling?
No, I think play selection. We have a lot of plays. You know, just being able to kind of narrow down the book a little bit and get better at some things instead of doing so many things.
They've argued two of the biggest plays, I think, the third and 14.
Yeah, huge play.
We're right before the half.
That was a great play call. Yeah.
And then, of course, the touchdown. So what about him? Because he got big time.
Yeah, I mean, he's really hard to cover man to man. And they had a guy on him both times. His other touchdown was man to man as well. He little fake screen and go that he ran. But KC's playing fast. He's playing well. He's hard after the catch for people as well, as you saw tonight. A really good block on that play by Porter Rooks after the catch. But there's a reason his numbers are what they are, and he's targeted 10 times, had 116 yards for a true freshman. He's very talented.
What did you see from Brennan today? It seemed like this first one took him to settle in, but then that third one, you know, the touchdown to KC, it seemed like he really set it on.
Yeah, I think he settled in. You know, the first quarter, the wind was behind us, and it was blowing pretty good. And he had a lot of energy, which you expect playing in the stadium. Overthrew a few guys, and I think as he settled in, started playing better. I thought the guys did a nice job catching the ball for him tonight. You know, that was one thing in the rain, kind of get worried about. I thought our guys did a great job of that.
Coach, you scored on, I believe, your last drive in the second, third, and fourth quarters. Just what's to say about this team?
Yeah.
Finishing strong like that.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the cornerstones of every football team is to be a finishing team, right? And to be able to exhibit finish is different than saying that you're a finishing football team. And I think that's a great illustration of that. You know, to finish the half with a touchdown, to finish the game with a field goal after they score and gain momentum says a lot about the grit of the team. And we've always been resilient. You know, it's just good to see those guys be able to play well in clutch situations like that.
Caden went through a lot, but how big was he, you know, in
Caden?
flipping the field? Yeah. Kind of
Or our punter?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was tremendous tonight. Yeah, I mean, his leg was a weapon for sure. And I see the stats on him. 50-yard average, long of 67. Yeah, too many punts, 8 punts, right? He's punting too much. But yeah, he did a great job. And we talked about this, like to win on the road, you got to win it, your turnover margin. We were +1. And you got to win in field position. And our punter was exceptional. And a big kickoff return at the end. So those two things really came true there.
They gave up a 98 kickoff return.
Yeah, they did.
Did you see something on that tape that helped you with that?
Not really. You know, I think our return game's been good all year. That penalty helped us on that play, obviously. Gave us a lot more field to work with, and Julian's pretty fast. And so the kicker gave him a ball that he could do something with. Sometimes that doesn't happen. But just, you know, kind of all this stuff came together for us right there on that return. You get the penalty, which makes him kick from the 20. And then he put some hang time on it. And Julian had an opportunity. It was a field return. Coach Goebel called, and the guys did a nice job blocking it up.
Sort of navigate this. I mean, in one aspect, there's some questions, some concerns, but then next Friday, you have a chance to go 2-0 to ACC, which is, I mean, getting better than that, right?
Right.
So how do you navigate that, sort of find that balance where?
I mean, there's always questions and concerns, you know what I mean? Like what we did tonight, I thought was a bunch of guys had to play. There was injuries in the second play of the game, Boykin goes down, you know, and all week in practice, Cecil Powell was our backup strong safety. Cecil went in the game, got hurt. So both strong safeties were hurt in the first quarter. And so Bishop Fitzgerald moves from free safety to strong safety, didn't take a rep in practice all week at that position. That's what we were dealing with. You know what I mean? Like those are the things going on you guys don't understand. And so I thought we played really well under the circumstance with what we had. Devon Betty wasn't at practice all week because him and his fiance had a baby. You know, so he missed all the practices this week. So beautiful baby girl, you know, but that's going on. There's real life stuff happening on this team, you know. On offense, you know, we lost a running back on the second to last day of the week, you know, and then we get out there and all of a sudden Raphael gets hurt. You know, those things are real, and people want to bitch at play calling and this, that, and the other. Like there's other stuff going on, man. We found a way to win on the road in the rain against an inspired football team. Shit, be happy we won. It's a good win. I'm excited to go home 3-1, get ready to play Louisville, you know.
Last question. We talked so much about Peyton, but I think Peyton Wilson, but tonight I think he had like 4 drive-in tackles.
Yeah.
How significant was he tonight?
I mean, the guy's awesome every night. I mean, isn't there a game that he's played in the last 3 years that people aren't like, we love watching number 11 play football, you know? The guy plays to exhaustion. It's the heartbeat of our football team. Can't say enough about him. Hope you all travel home safe. Thanks.